In this video, we shall be learning subtraction of binary numbers. To subtract numbers in base 2, first we have to arrange the numbers. Second, we perform the operation, that is the subtraction operation. How do we do this? Then 3, if the subtraction is not achievable, that is, if you are subtracting a higher number from a smaller number, just like normal subtraction you do in base 10, you borrow 1. Note that 1 that is borrowed always represents the base in which the operation is done. So the base in which the operation is done here is base 2, which is binary. So if I'm borrowing 1, that means my 1, when added to the number I borrowed 4, will give me 2. So we shall see when we solve some examples. 4. Add this digit on top before doing the subtraction eventually. So we'll be looking at some example for you to be able to understand what I've just listed for you. So example 1. Solve 11101 base 2 minus 01101 base 2. So what do we do first? We do our arrangement. So let's arrange. I have 11101. Then we put our minus sign indicating we are doing subtraction. Then we put the second number at the bottom of the first, which is 01101. So we roll our line. So how do we do this? We start our subtraction from the right hand side as we do in our normal figures in base 10. So what do we do here now? We have 1 minus 1, we give you 0. 0 minus 0, we give you 0. 1 minus 1 again, we give you 0. 1 minus 1, we give you 0 again. And 1 minus 0, we give you 1. This is pretty easy and smooth to solve. So let's go to another example. Example 2 says, solve 1000 base 2 minus 101 base 2. So we do our arrangement accordingly. We have 1000. Then the second number we have minus 101. So how do we do this? First, we start from the right hand side. Here we have 0 minus 1. Can you see we are now subtracting a higher number from a smaller number? 0 minus 1 is not possible, so what do? We have to take from the next number, which is 0 to it, so we can't borrow from that. We go to the second number to it, it's 0 again. We can't borrow from that because it has nothing to offer us. So we move to the last digit at the extreme left, which is 1. So we borrow from there. So borrowing from there, now if you cross it out, we leave that number to be 0. Then I said when I'm borrowing, the number I'm borrowing will not be 1, but automatically it will be 2 because we are dealing with base 2. So if I cancel the 0 down, I add it to the next figure, which is 0. So now that I've taken 1 from the number beside it, adding to that 0, we make it 2. So I will cancel out that 0 and have 2. Since I'm still going to the last figure, which is 0, so I have to take from that 2 again and add it to the next 0 to the right. Can you see? So I'll cross out that 2 again because I'm borrowing from it. That one will reduce to 1, and this next figure will become 2 again because we are dealing with binary. So again, what do? Because we are going to the last number, we won't stop. We borrow again from that 2. It will be left with 1. Then adding it to that will become 2. So the last figure now has become 2 because we have been able to learn from its neighbor. So we have it to be 2 minus 1. Now your answer will be what? 1. So the next one now, we have 1 remaining, so it will be 1 minus 0 will give me what? 1. So moving to the next one again, we have 1 on top remaining, so 1 minus 1 will give me 0. So 0 is left at the last digit, so our answer there to be 0. So our answer is 0, 0, 1, 1 base 2. It is quite simple. So let's solve another example. Example 3 says 1, 0, 1, 0 base 2 minus 0, 1, 0, 1 base 2. So we arrange again. I have 1, 0, 1, 0 minus 0, 1, 0, 1. So let's perform our subtraction here. So starting from my right hand side, I have 0 minus 1, which is not possible. Now you should know what to do. You should know we are going to the next figure to learn to take from it. So if I borrow from the next figure now, it will make that, cross out that 1 and leave it to be 0. So adding it to the next one will be 2, because we are dealing with binary numbers now. We are dealing with base 2. So I have 2 minus 1 will give me 1. So we move to the next one. That has reduced to 0 because we have taken 1 from it again. So I have 0 minus 0 will give me 0. So here again to the next one, I have 0 minus 1. This is not possible, so I have to learn from its own neighbor too. So I go to that one beside it and cross it out. That one leaves it to be 0. When it goes to on top of that 0 again, it becomes 2. So here I cross the 0 out and I have 2 on top. So I have it to be 2 minus 1 now, which will give me 1. Then we have 0 minus 0 will give me 0. So here I have my answer to be 0, 1, 0, 1.